Hey guys, I'm surrounded by nature, trees, the ocean, animals, airplanes. So if you guys do hear any noise, I apologize in advance. And yeah, this right here, you see that car? That's what I want to be talking about today. I manifested something that I didn't think it was possible at this point in my life. I manifested my dream car. Let me tell you, it came by surprise, and it came just in time for my birthday. Let's talk about the law of attraction. The law of attraction basically is one of the laws of the universe, the same way there's the law of gravity. And I just want to give you guys one example and one proof that it really works. Law of attraction basically says that what you're thinking about is what you're going to attract. But not only thinking, your emotions also play a big role when it comes to the law of attraction. You get a thought and you process that thought. That thought, depending on what it is or how it makes you feel, it creates an emotion, a deep feeling inside of you. Depending on that feeling, if it's negative or positive, is the vibration you're gonna put out into the universe, meaning you're putting out what you're gonna attract. The law of attraction says you must believe in order to receive. And most people just want to receive in order for them to believe, and that's not how it works. In order for you to have something, you have to act like you already have that something. If not, how is it ever gonna come to you if you're putting resistance? It's like you want it so bad, but you just feel the lack of it because you don't have it. So by feeling the lack, the energy you're putting out into the universe is just the energy of lack. So how is the universe gonna aid whatever you want back to you? Okay, it's all about energies. Now, let's talk about my experience. My lease was up now in November, and I have had the same car for the past 6 years, a Nissan Rogue. I really wanted my next car to be something that I was gonna feel happy being or driving that car for the next 3-4 years of my life. I wanted to stick with an SUV, and of course I had like my order like of cars, and I was just thinking the cars that I was able to afford. Some of them were in the same category as a Nissan Rogue, others were Acura, Infiniti, Lexus, just for the hell of it, right? My dream car has always been Mercedes. I love Mercedes Benz. I just see it on the street and I'm like, oh my god, like I'll tell my boyfriend, I'm like, oh my god, that's my dream car, but I can't afford it. So but I will move on. This past weekend we decided, okay, you know what, the last payment is coming up, let's just go see cars. We went to check out Infiniti, but the prices were kind of high and the car wasn't all that for me. So we were like, let's go check out the Lexus. The funny thing with the Lexus is that about 2 weeks before, I had seen this beautiful Lexus SUV on the street, and it was so beautiful. I had to stop my car. I was holding on traffic and everything, all just so I could take a picture of this beautiful car, right? Because I was like, oh, that's the car I want. That's the car I want to manifest. So I put the picture in the wallpaper of my phone, so every time I would look at my phone, I could see the picture of the car. So it could be in my reality, so I could be feeling and bringing up feelings and emotions of, I want that car, I'm gonna get it. So we ended up going to the dealership, and I drove the Lexus and I fell in love. But I just realized this whole time I was talking with a bug in my forehead. If you love nature, you gotta love what comes with it, and a bug in my forehead while I'm shooting my video is definitely part of loving nature. So pretty much when it came down to sit down and start talking about numbers and all of that, it wasn't the best car for me. And of course I felt terrible because in my head I was like, that's the car I want, that's the car I want, and I'm gonna manifest it, and I'm supposed to manifest it, right? It's almost like already putting resistance towards it, although I was trying not to, because I was like, no, tomorrow we're gonna go to another Lexus and I'm gonna get that car no matter what. But that day when we were heading out to go see the Infiniti and Lexus SUVs, as we're leaving my house, I see a Mercedes car, right? And you see Mercedes everywhere. Mercedes cars are everywhere. But for some reason, I saw a Mercedes and then another Mercedes and then another Mercedes. And then I was like, babe, Mercedes, maybe this is a sign. Maybe I should check on Mercedes. And then we see another Mercedes and another Mercedes. And it was like so many Mercedes cars back to back. Whatever, like I can't afford it. I can't pay for a Mercedes, you know? Like in my head, I'm like, oh, how am I supposed to get that car? No way in hell. So like 10 minutes go by and something in me tells me, Google Mercedes Benz and see like the prices on the cars and the MSRPs. And I Googled it and I see this beautiful Mercedes just hanging out there on the website waiting for me to go lease it, right? No, but I just see this beautiful Mercedes and I look at the MSRP and it was less than the Lexus and the Infiniti. Then I was like, I have to go check this out. So that day we went to see Infinity's Lexus, nothing happened, and in my head I was going to another Lexus dealership the following day. The following morning we're like, okay, before we go to any Lexus dealership, let's go see the Mercedes, which is the car that I deep down really want. So we went, and that day I ended up leaving with a brand new Mercedes Benz. I still cannot believe that I left that dealership with a brand new Mercedes Benz for the same price that I was paying for my Nissan Rogue. I know it sounds freaking crazy, and I don't really want to talk about numbers and prices and all of that because I think it depends on the person, and you know, I don't want to put any expectations out there, but let me tell you, paying the same thing I was paying for a Nissan Rogue for a brand new Mercedes Benz, I can't believe it. I couldn't believe it in the moment, and I am just talking about it gives me like such a rush of excitement, and I think that's what we live for. That's what we live for. Like this rush and this beauty that I'm feeling right now is just such an amazing feeling. The universe knew that I really wanted that car and knew how I really was feeling. That point of attraction and vibration, it was so strong in me that I really wanted that Mercedes, but I couldn't afford it. Therefore, I didn't see it as a possibility in my life right now. So I didn't have that much resistance to it. For example, the Lexus, I thought, okay, well, the Lexus, I have a better chance, and I want it so bad, and I want it so bad, and I want to prove to everyone that I want to manifest it. But I had some resistance to manifesting that Lexus because, oh, I want it so bad, I want it so bad. It's almost like a miracle, right? What we consider miracles, that's what I would consider this, because 3 days ago, I wouldn't think I would be driving that car, you know? And sometimes things just happen like that. And most people will be like, oh, you're so lucky. Oh, you know, you're rich and you're all that. But no, that doesn't mean I'm rich. That means I was able to manifest something that I really wanted in my life. I had faith. I believed I could manifest the car I wanted. I just didn't know that what I was going to manifest was the car that I really deeply wanted. I thought I was gonna manifest a car that I was able to afford, but then the universe gives me this car and tells me, hey, like, you're able to do anything you want in your life because you are a creator. And the fact that I have this car now doesn't make me any better. I just wanted to share my experience with you guys. And some of you may say, well, you know, they're trying to get rid of cars because the end of the year is coming, or, you know, blah, blah, blah. The fact is that I was able to manifest something I didn't think it was possible. And so many of us are always feeling like that in our lives. Like, oh, I want this, but I can't because I'm not good enough. I want that because I can't because I don't have the money. And it is possible. Anything is possible in this life because we are creators. It's funny because sometimes you want something so bad, right? You want, let's say you're in a relationship and then you want that person so bad, but the person doesn't return the love, or the person's not good for you, or something ends up happening where your wants are not always what you get. I believe there's two reasons for it. Either you're not in the same frequency as that you want in order to receive, right? Believe before you receive. Or sometimes you want something so bad and then the universe doesn't give it to you because it's ready for you to accept something better in your life because you're worth it. And that's a lesson that I learned with this brand new car. It's funny how everything ends up working out always. If for some reason you're not at the place that you want to be in your life, it's not because you don't deserve it. It's because you're either resisting or the universe has something even better for you. Let that experience flow through you and accept it, and accept what you could learn from it and grow. I learned that the universe works in divine timing, and this was definitely a divine timing for me. I had no idea I was gonna manifest this car in my life. I am so grateful. I hope, you know, I could inspire many of you to go out and fight for what you want and accept your now and your reality and just let things flow without any resistance. It doesn't always work out because the universe knows best. God knows best. God really knows what you want and what you need. And of course, you know that too. It's just sometimes we need a reminder, you know, because it's life and things happen and we forget. But it's okay, it's cool, it's good to forget because God and the universe are here to remind us. You are able to create anything you want in your life. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Don't forget to please subscribe to my channel in order to keep hearing all these positive messages, because that's exactly what I want to do, is empower the world. And I know it's possible, but it's possible with your help. So let's share this video, manifest all your wants and needs, and live a happy life. Subscribe. Bye guys. Thank you so much.